What's up, guys? Your boys are back, man. I'm Ryan, my man, George.
Yeah, what's saying, guys? How you living out there? Shout out to the free thinker. Shout out to everybody out there rocking with the channel.
Make sure you like, subscribe, the notification bell, all that kind of good stuff. If you have a song that you want us to react to, man, make sure you check out the information below. We can get that done for you. Or if you want to be placed in front of one of our up-and-coming videos, we'll do about 60 seconds of your song. We can do that too, man. Make sure you check out the information down below. All right, guys, so we're doing another song off this Clipse project, man. Let God sort them out. You know, FICO is what we're doing today. I don't know if that's FICO score.
For those of you who are coming in, watching this video and haven't seen the POV video, I've heard the album. Ryan is now just hearing. This is an actual reaction for Ryan. I've heard the full Clipse album. So if you want a pure reaction, you need to look over here. So I have heard it. But one thing I wanted to ask though, man, is that Let God Sort Them Out. Because I heard Pusha and Pusha and Malice, I went Clipse on the Jada and Fat Joe podcast. And one of Jada's lines, man, if you go back to the song Hate in Your Blood, I believe, because I used to listen to this shit all the time. You know, Jadakiss had a line where he said, fuck, you know, N-words, kill them all, let God sort them out, right?
I know you niggas what, I hear you niggas hot, I see you niggas what, but I ain't stopping.
So Bobby had raw, then I bought them out. You know me, fuck niggas, kill them all, let God sort them out. Rapid fire
So
got my
I just wanted to bring that up, you know what I mean? Because I was watching that podcast. I don't remember the clip saying they got the name. I didn't watch the entire podcast, so I could have missed this. But when Fat Joe and Jada were interviewing them about the album, I just didn't hear them ask the question, like, where did you get, you know, where'd you come up with the name Let God Sort Them Out? I thought that would have been the first thing that they said. You know what I'm saying? Because like Jadakiss, everybody knows who've heard that song. Because I remember at that time when Jadakiss said that, everybody's like, "Ooh, let God sort them out, kill them all, fuck everybody, just kill them all and let God deal with sorting them out and organize them, to organize them into heaven or hell and all that. Let God sort all that shit out, but we killing all." So that was a really big line at the time. And then I saw that Clipse was coming out with an album, Let God Sort Them Out, and I was like, oh, that's hard, because they're referencing the Jadakiss line, but I didn't hear Pusha and Malice mention that they got that from Jadakiss. I don't know. Maybe it's an old thing that's always been a thing. Let God sort them out. I don't know if Jada was the first one. But anyways, I wanted to point that out just to give Jadakiss some shine. All right, let's get to it, man.
I remember late nights, pissy hallways driving me psycho. The money wouldn't come fast enough. We was back and forth down streamline, moving weight was like lipo. The rest of y'all stuck in the rut. Niggas double cross and talk behind your back. See, that's where the knife go. I guess they wasn't fucking with us. Some niggas get the luck of the draw. For others, life is a dice roll, and waiting on faith ain't for us. When you young, you realize that you can't trust the mouth where the pipe go. They tried but couldn't love you enough. Dance music on my neck. Where's your water bottle? Diamonds, the light show. Looking like the sun in the club. If you re-ing up with us, then your credit score gotta be FICO. I'm talking 850 a bus. See, you really willpower when you make niggas balance on tight ropes. They know they not much for the blood. Have my man shoot your block. I'ma send his ass far as the flight go. Ain't worry about ducking the judge. Keep fronting for your bitches, cause any minute repo might show. You know that shit up in the month. Heard your man was in there singing for his life. They was calling him maestro, cause time that heavy can crush. When you pay a nigga back like it's Lil Wayne whispering die slow. The last words you hear in the trunk. You don't know what I know. You ain't seen what I saw.
These dudes be rapping, man. Yeah, they rapping. A big thing that kind of went viral, and we can kind of touch the lyrics though, is the cadence that they were in, the rhyme scheme, right? You know, not some 850 and up. It better be FICO. It wasn't fucking with us rhyming internally and then rhyming externally. That's a dope just cadence and rhyme scheme that they were in. And then we can talk about the lyrics, but I just wanted to point that out because that went viral and shit, or semi-viral.
Dudes double crossing, talk behind your back. See, that's where the knife go. When you talk about somebody stabbing you in the back, right? They double crossed you, right? Meaning that they were disloyal. They did something to you behind your back. They did something to you that, you know, was dishonest. You know what I'm saying? But double crossing is a way that you stab somebody in the back, right?
Right.
So I thought that was a cool play on words.
Talking shit behind your back, and that's just exactly. That's where the knife goes.
That's where the knife goes. You know what I'm saying? What it was to be expected, right?
It was coming.
You know what I'm saying? He said, when you're young, you realize that you can't trust a mouth where the pipe go. I think he's saying that you can't trust a fiend, somebody that smokes, you know, smokes, that does drugs. You know what I mean? You can't trust them, right? Because he even said they tried, but they couldn't love you enough. when somebody is addicted to any, well, I don't want to say any, but when you're addicted to drugs, a hard drug, you know what I mean? You hear all kinds of stories that they fucking stole from their families and their moms and took this and took that and did all, whatever, like disloyal fucking backstabbing shit that you could do just to get drugs that you can imagine. Motherfuckers have done that. And I thought that
was real.
Was a real, and that's a line full of wisdom. And it could also mean that you can't trust what comes out of their mouth. That they might do something, that they might physically do something to you. You can't trust them in general, but what they say you probably can't trust as well. Right. You know what I'm saying?
You can't, anybody that's a fiend on any level can't trust what they say, what they do, can't leave them around shit, but that's real. Like you said, that comes from, that's experience, right? You know what I'm saying? I love how he started it. He said, I remember late nights, pissy hallways driving me psycho. You know what I mean? The money wouldn't come fast enough. We was back and forth down streamline, moving weight like it was lipo. The rest of y'all stuck in a rut. I just love the picture he painted that, right? Pissy hallways driving me psycho. I'm in, you know, let's just say unflattering conditions, right? I'm in the hood. I mean, you know, when you think of pissy hallways, you think of the projects, right? People pissing, literally pissing in the hallways. I'm like, fuck it.
You walking by, what's up, man?
Yeah, it smell like, exactly. What's up? Pissing and shit. So, yo, hey, you know what I'm saying?
Which is crazy.
You're like, fuck it, since everybody else pissing here, I might as well.
Yeah, Martin.
Yeah, Martin. Pissy hallways.
That was so funny. When he said that was so funny.
Ryan talked about Martin, you so crazy when Martin said
that. The way he said that.
So anyways, the picture that Pusha was painting, I just was like, I get that. Pissy hallways, you know, it was driving him inside. He was broke, but he was using the symbolism or the imagery of a pissy hallway to show, you know, to showcase his conditions, right? And when he said we was back and forth downstream, moving weight like it was lipo, right? You know, liposuction is the surgery that literally removes weight from your body, but moving weight as in drugs. We was moving weight downstream. I just like the picture that he painted there, like the frustrations before we cut through and we got popping. This is what it was. You know what I mean? We came from pissy hallways. I was like, what did Steve Harvey say, Ryan, that you always say? Like, you should be, being broke should keep you up at night, right? You shouldn't be able to sleep. It should fester, right? Yeah. That's kind of what I got out of that.
If you re-upping with us, then your credit score got to be FICO. I'm talking 850 or bust. So what he's talking about, obviously, you know, the credit score, you know, Experian, TransUnion, and Equifax, you have a FICO score, blah, 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 right? You know, the better the score, the more things you can get, and all, obviously. So he's saying that you better have a immaculate history with us. You know what I'm saying? Y'all better have an immaculate history. No blunders. Oh, man, I got robbed. None of that shit. You know what I mean? If you're coming to get more product from us, that shit better be, you know, you better be on point. Which I thought was funny that he's making a FICO score reference and shit. You know what I'm saying?
and he could be saying too, like, you know, that's the type of, like, we dealing with like established businessmen. Yeah, it's illegal, but there's a certain level. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, like if you got an 850 FICO score, you probably, you know, you probably a family man and shit and this and that. Like, what did what was like my man from Breaking Bad and shit?
Literally,
yeah, like,
literally, you better have a good credit.
Yeah, literally though.
He
could mean that. He could, like, no, we only dealing with, like, you know, like you own 18 legitimate businesses and then also you doing some illegal shit. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, you know, we need to check
it. It could be though, because you probably want somebody that has something to lose.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
that's we not talking about regular dudes on the
that
block.
Could be.
You know what I'm saying?
That could be. You know, that could be true, man, because right after that he said real power is when you make dudes balance on tight ropes. So it could mean we only deal with people that have something to lose. You know what I'm saying? So now I got you. I got some dirt on you. So you better make sure you that could be.
Or stay on your P's and Q's too. You know what I mean? Your real power is when you make dudes balance. Like, you know, like you need to be you know what I'm saying? It's like shit is real.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like you want a tightrope, any mistake, you're gone.
It's death.
It's death. So I'm making dudes be on their P's and Q's. You know what I'm saying? They're not much for the blood. They know what that comes with. You know what I'm saying? They don't want the smoke with fucking up or doing some bullshit. So yeah, dope. Let's keep it going.
Like it's layaway, whispering, die slow. The last words you hear in the trunk. You don't know what I know.
Yeah.
When I pay your ass back, that's like layaway.
Yeah.
We're talking about the way he ended that. Again, man, he's got lines that you just like, it just sticks with you.
Right.
You're like, yeah, that was hard. You know what I mean? He said, when you pay dudes back like it's layaway, whispering, die slow is the last word you hear in the trunk, right? So obviously if somebody did something to you, you seek revenge on them, you know what I mean? That's what he's talking about. This is revenge, you know what I mean? And the revenge is we're gonna kill you. That's the last thing you're gonna hear is die slow. So we're gonna make sure you die slow. You know what I'm saying? But obviously when you pay people back, you know what I mean? When you put something on layaway, if you don't have money for the whole purchase, right? I don't even know if layaway is still a thing, but it used to be if you couldn't afford something right then and there, you'd be like, I will put something on it.
You gonna pay it back.
I'm gonna pay it back, you know, every week, every month, whatever the case may be, until as long as it took for you to pay it off. I don't know, like I said, I don't know if they still do that shit because things go on sale and shit now, you know what I mean? So I don't know if that's a real thing, but back in the day, you know what I mean, that was a thing. So that was just funny.
That was the shit back Burlington. I call that them Burlington days, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, Burlington had a mean layaway plan and shit. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Burlington Coat Factory, man. We say keep fronting for your chicks because any minute repo might show. You know that shit up in a month. You know what I'm saying? Keep fronting for these ladies, meaning putting up a front. You know what I'm saying? You're showing off for the women, pretending you getting money and you're driving these cars, but you know that you behind. You can't afford them cars that you buying, and you know the repo man to be here in a month to take the car.
Every noise you hear when you're out in a date and shit, you're looking out the window.
Yeah, exactly.
Hear that beep? Oh, that's his garbage truck.
Yeah, you parking in the shadows and shit. Heard your man was in there singing for his life. They was calling him Maestro. Yeah. Cause time that heavy can crush. A maestro was a conductor to an orchestra, right? He was orchestrating the snitching on you or whatever. They was calling him Maestro, you know, cause he didn't want to do the time. Time that heavy can crush somebody, right? Dealing with that,
make them crack under the pressure. Start talking about all the shit.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So I'm not, basically his man is not willing to go to jail and do the time, so he's snitching. You know what I'm saying? But maybe there's a play on timing in music or something like that. Ryan said under his breath. Could be a timing thing when you know, in terms of syncopation and all that shit. But anyways, cool. Let's get back to it.
Nigga back like it's Lil Wayne whispering die slow. The last words you hear in the trunk. You don't know what I know. You ain't seen what I saw. So strong, you gotta bag it with one eye closed. My shooter turn you inside out. I heard the feds turned the crib inside out. Drop the roof on you niggas, let the inside out. Fresh Prince jacket, boy, I cook them to the inside out. Go get a Glock.
Shout out to Stove God, man. We've been meaning to get to something from Stove God for a while. You know, that was a funny chorus though. You don't know what I know, you ain't seen what I saw. No, you ain't been where I go. You know what I'm saying? With a Fetty so strong, you gotta bag it with your eyes closed. You know what I'm saying? My shooter turn you inside out. I heard the feds turn the crib inside out. Yeah. He said, what did he say? Drop the roof on you dudes, you know, let the inside out.
Yeah.
Fresh Prince jacket, boy, I cook them till they inside out. You know, Fresh Prince had the jacket, the reversible jacket, you know, from the show Fresh Prince. Will Smith played Fresh Prince. But, you know, my shooter turn you inside out, meaning, you know, or my shooter will bring your insides out. Yeah. You know, you shoot your inside, your guts will be all over the place if you play. But the roof inside out, bringing the roof inside the car out, right? You know, the roof playing hide and go seek, you know what I'm saying? Malice and the POV song I think that we did. Yeah. The drugs are strong. The drugs are so strong that, you know, you can inhale it or it can get into your eyes and you can get high from it or whatever, right? So dope chorus too though. I like how he sounded on that. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Stove God.
Crib inside out. Drop the roof on you niggas, let the inside out. Fresh Prince jacket, boy, I cook them to the inside out. Go get a Glock 27, fit snug in the waistline. Both sticks came with the drum. I was 5'6", shoulder with a chip. Wish a nigga to take mine. Index yank till it's numb. Used to call me Windex, cause this thing I spray gon' make you change minds. I done seen Hercules run. We was power lifting 2.2s. Nah, we ain't throw gang signs. My brick walk was second to none. I would have them take a number like DMV. That was the baseline. Check out or register
Malice
one.
is ill, man.
Miami
Malice is it's just cold, man. He said, because I didn't see Hercules run.
Yeah.
We was power lifting 2.2s.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Just because you diesel, man, remember cock diesel and shit. Just because you cock diesel don't mean that, you know, a gun can solve all that. You can't, what did Joe Button say? You can't bench press a bullet.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
He's gonna call me Windex because the spray make you change minds.
Change minds. Windex spray, you spray some shit, but gun spray, you know what I mean?
It'll make you change your mind. Well, maybe we need to.
And actually, I like how he started it. Go get a Glock 27 fit snug in the waistline. Both sticks came with the drum.
Yeah.
You know, magazine and all that where the bullets come from, but drum, that was cool. But again, when you think of playing the drums with sticks, the stick is a gun. So that was dope too.
Two sticks.
Two sticks.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was 5'6", shoulder with a chip on the shoulder, right? Wish a dude would take mine.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Index yanked till it's numb. So what he's saying is I walked around, I was a little dude, you know what I mean, but I had a chip on my shoulder. You know what I'm saying? Probably a little man complex.
Yeah.
So it's like, you know, that I wish a dude to take mine, I'm wishing to prove myself.
Yeah.
Like I wish you would. I might be 5'6", but I got the thing on me and I'm a yank. I'm gonna use my index finger, meaning shoot the gun until it's numb, is what he's saying. So that was dope.
Call me Windex.
Yeah, that Windex is hilarious. Then after the Windex line, he said, I didn't seen Hercules run. I didn't seen big, strong dudes run. You know what I'm saying? You know, we was powerlifting 2.2s. So it's a play on Hercules being strong and big dudes. Yeah, and we were powerlifting too, just with the gun though. You know what I'm saying? Then he said, nah, we ain't throw gang signs. My brick walk was second to none. So we ain't throw gang. We wasn't in a gang. You know what I'm saying? And he's saying brick walk. He's referencing crip walking. Yeah. So we didn't do all that. You know what I'm saying? But my brick walk though.
Yeah, the drugs.
The drugs though.
Yeah, drugs.
Was second to none. We wasn't throwing gang signs.
So I got him taking numbers like the DMV up in his.
That was the baseline. Check out on register 1.
Yeah, boy. That's funny as hell, but that's hard though.
But that was hard because he's saying base is a term for drugs, right? That was the baseline.
But baseline is usually like the standard.
The standard,
right?
right?
That's like
that was the standard.
Yeah.
But that was also the baseline, the line of people standing
for drugs.
For drugs, right?
Yeah.
Check out on register 1. It's a play on people being in line at the DMV. That was hard.
It's like a Nino Brown, fucking,
right?
You know, like taking over the Carter apartments and shit.
Yeah.
You go over here to get that. You go there to get that. You know what I mean? We had that shit set up like fucking a big ass business.
Run. We was powerlifting 2.2s. Nah, we ain't throw gang signs. My brick walk was second to none. I would have them take a number like DMV. That was the baseline. Check out on register 1. Miami niggas like big perm cause they numbers was phase on. Cuban showed me nothing but love. When it come down to it, every string of bell just needs an Avon who won't sweep it under the rug. On the road with a load near the brake line, I knew where to place mine. I don't keep the gun in the glove. Hit the turnpike with the running lights that be on in the daytime. Cause K9 sniff out a crumb. Hands 3 and 9 on the wheel as I'm crossing the state line. Dumb diddy dumb. Survival of the fittest. You either get acquitted or FaceTime. I done had an infamous run. My story gon' hit the first.
That was hard. He said survival of the fittest. Yeah. You either get acquitted or FaceTime. I didn't had an infamous run. We know Mobb Deep made the song Survival of the Fittest.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I had an infamous run. You know what I'm saying? Like a crime written famous run, you know what I'm saying? Infamous. But you either get acquitted or you face time, you know what I'm saying? So that's survival of the fittest. Either you get acquitted, you get off, and you don't go to jail, or you got to do the time. Yep. So the cream will rise to the top. Survival of the people who can handle it, right? But I love the play on survival of the fittest, Mobb Deep, Infamous, off the album The Infamous. That was hard.
That was hard. And then going back to after the DMV checkout drug line, man, he said Miami dudes like Big Perm because the numbers was Faison. Cubans showed me nothing but love, right? So Faison Love, that's the wordplay there. Faison Love that played Big Perm in Friday. Remember that? You know what I mean? And he had the perm and shit, the ice cream truck and all that shit.
Is he saying the numbers was fat? He said, because what does Faison mean? You know what I mean? Like,
because Faison is fat.
Yeah, I mean, shout out to Faison, no disrespect, but he said, because, you know, he said Miami dudes like Big Perm because the numbers was Faison. Cubans show me nothing but love. So it's a good thing with what he's talking about.
Right.
Cubans, like, I think the numbers was crazy. Is what he said. They were fat. They were obese. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. So I'm just throwing that out there because I don't know what Faison means other than, what would it mean other than that?
Right.
Unless it's some drug slang that we don't know.
That could be too.
I just think he's saying the numbers was crazy.
Yeah.
They was fat. They was blown
and
up.
Cubans like, man, you killing it out here. Yeah, you need to re-up. Please. You know what I'm saying? Whatever you need. You know what I'm saying? Whatever you need.
Yeah, then he said, when it come down to it, every string of bell just needs an Avon who won't sweep it under the rug. So he's referencing the show The Wire.
Yeah, I got this. Playing up again. I got to watch that show.
I haven't seen the full show. From what I remember, Avon Barksdale was the leader, right, of the Baltimore drug cartel or whatever. You know, the leader of the drug boys. And then Stringer Bell was like the second in command. So when he says every Stringer Bell needs an Avon who won't sleep it under the rug, I think it's just like they need each other, right? Like one of them dudes is the enforcer. I think Stringer Bell sort of insulates Avon from getting caught up in stuff. He'll you know, whatever, be up in court, get snitches to not snitch who are on the stand. You know, every Stringer Bell needs an Avon, and every Avon needs a Stringer Bell. But Avon is the more reckless, like he was a more militant one, right? So they both, one hand washes the other to make the operation go smoothly. I think that's kind of what he's saying. Every Stringer Bell needs, who won't sleep it under the rug. Yeah. Sometimes you need to be the enforcer. Yeah. There is no, so I think that's in relation to what he's saying, what Malice is saying with drugs. Now you need somebody that's gonna put the work in. Yeah. You know, so again, Malice with the picture painting here, right? The imagery in this, man, on the road with a load. You know, I knew with a break line, I knew where to place mine or something like that. He said, I don't keep the gun in the glove. You know what I'm saying? Then he said, hit the turnpike with the running lights that be on in the daytime. Because K9 sniff out a crumb is what he's saying. So he's talking about the picture he's painting is being on the road with drugs in his trunk and having a gun potentially in a glove compartment. He's saying, people with experience doing this know not to keep the gun in the glove compartment. I know where to place it so that the K9s can't detect it, you know what I'm saying, or the drugs. The canines can't sniff out the drugs or the guns. I know how to play the game is how I'm taking that. You say hit the turnpike is again on the freeways or whatever. You know, so I thought that just the picture he painted there was fire.
Or that you don't get caught up, you know what I'm saying, if somebody try to rob you.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? You gotta have a gun in close proximity. I'm guessing. I'm not in that life.
Right.
I'm guessing that's what he means by that as well.
I knew where to place it.
Yeah, you gotta keep that close.
It's
too far to get to if you get caught up in some bullshit.
Then the hands 3 and 9 on the wheel as I'm crossing the state line. Dumb diddy, dumb. You know what I mean? I think it's his way of saying that I'm taking this chance, right? Crossing the state line is taking stupid chances, right? But I need to get to it.
The wheel as I'm crossing the state line. Dumb diddy, dumb. Survival of the fittest. You either get acquitted or FaceTime. I done had an infamous run. My story gon' hit the first 48, then it's on Dateline. Cause this really shit I done.
You don't know what I know. You ain't seen what I saw. No, you ain't been where I go. With a Fetty so strong, you gotta bag it with one eye closed. My shooter turn you inside out. I heard the feds turned the crib inside out. Wrap the roof on you niggas, let the inside out. Fresh Prince jacket, boy, I cook them to the inside out.
Yeah. Dope, man. So I love the So Be It beat. I love the Ace Trumpets beat. When the beat would drop in, when the drums would drop in, how Pharrell would let them rock and let them rap, and then the drums would punch in right here.
If you re-ing up with us, then your credit score gotta be FICO. I'm talking 850 a bus. See, you really willpower when you make niggas balance on tight ropes. They know they not much for the blood. Have my man shoot your block.
Right
I'ma send his ass far as the flight go. Ain't worried about ducking the judge. Keep fronting for your bitches.
It's pretty much the beat, right? It's that's still the same, but they drop the drums in. They drop the drums in to give it that punch. You know what I'm saying? The way he let that's just great production.
Yeah, it is.
The way he let it ride and then drop the drums in, and then the keys, right, to kind of, you know, to add the effects in the background. That is just nasty production, man. And then that's where the light go. I guess they wasn't fucking with us. Diamond's the light show. The fucking rhyme schemes that they had, and the actual, like, what they were actually saying, the imagery and the pictures they painted is just fire, dude. Like, everything you want.
You know, George, you said this in the last video, I believe, that we did, which was a POV, is Malice giving you both sides, right? Because I think that was a line in that song that he's talking about. If I don't give you both sides, I wouldn't be me or something like that, right? I think this song really paints that picture well, right?
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Of like, I'm giving you
the good, the bad, the ugly.
Right, exactly, of selling drugs. Like, hey, dude, this is what we did and this, and it was dumb, but this is what we did to get to it, you know what I'm saying? And you know, the risk that it takes for you to live this kind of life. Yeah. You know what I mean? It's nerve-wracking.
It's it's dumb, like you said. It's I'm acknowledging that this is stupid.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But I gotta get to it.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
They used to call me Windex.
Because the shit that I spray would change mine. But going back to that 3 and 9 on the wheel as I'm crossing the state line, I love because I didn't really touch that. When he says 3 and 9 on the wheel, I think what he's saying is I'm driving. I'm nervous, but I'm driving with perfect. Yeah. Like what the fuck do they say in the driver's education book? That's exactly how I'm driving. Yep. 3 and 9, right? Yep. Because I'm nervous that, you know, I don't want to give any sign that I'm doing something that's suspicious to the, you know, potential highway patrol or whatever the case may be, right? So I love those little details that Malice puts in his rhymes. It's just again, it just adds to the layers, you know what I'm saying, of what he's saying. Dope.
And then that's how he ended it, right? He's on My Story Gonna Hit First 48 or Dateline. I don't even know if Dateline is still on, but that was a show about forensic evidence and shit like that, like First 48, and how they caught people and all this other kind of things, you know, of crime being caught or, you know, breaking down the science behind it, you know? So I love how he's giving perspective, like, dude, you know, this shit was real. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so,
because this shit I really done.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean?
It can make Dateline.
So I really did have an infamous run. I had a really great run, you know what I'm saying, under the radar. You know what I'm saying?
Crime written.
Yeah.
Crime written. Yeah, shout out to them though, man.
Yeah, man. That was hard, man. I like
every joint that, you know.
Man. FICO was another win for me. I like it.
I will say this, because y'all not going to get this, because we're not going to just do a whole album review. I'm not going to say every song on the album is for me, but the vast majority of what I heard from this album is fire, though. The vast majority of it. Definitely the songs we reacted to, I like them all. So, yeah, Ryan is excited to get to the album. I'm telling you, man, they did their thing. All right, man, shout out to everybody that requested that. That's the end of the video. If you guys enjoyed it, please hit the like button. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. I'm George. That's Ryan, Lost in Vegas. We out.